Old Alston, Bristol and Holt, Holt Juniors, Munsley, Norfolk Lodgers, Norfolk Police, Norfolk District Council, Nomads Route and Royal Life, that must be Sea Flames, yes, Salvation Army, Shouting Methodists, Tyneside Club. The mixed doubles trophy, I've just sold winners, only held ones.
I was actually listening to the radio in Norfolk the other afternoon, as you do when you drive around the countryside, and I suddenly realised that there were some dulcet tones on there that I recognised. And that was Chris discussing table tennis, so I thought. And then to my amazement came a statement that said, since I started playing with these balls 50 years ago, they seem to have got smaller. And then he went on to say, you can get coloured rubbers. And I thought, this isn't Watershed.
We've got the Stan Hayward Veterans Cup. Oh, yeah. If you'd like to present to John Welsh, who was runner-up, that's the little trophy here for him, if John might come forward. Well done. And, oh, don't run away. And the winner of the Stan Hayward Veteran Singles is the man with the beard and the bald, Ray Hart. Thank you very much, Reg. Going to be a video and this is going back to Cromer, to Anne Armitage and Alf Greer. That goes on the top, that goes on top. That's one of those each.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Stan.
Thank you very much. The next one which is advised to the league by the people who do the training, etc., for the juniors, and also the juniors who play in the league, we look at to see who deserves the awards each year. Often a newcomer, but this year we decided on two people. One, a young chap who's playing and improved very well, young junior mortar, and another one who's been going in and out of hospital and his mother's trying to raise money, young, with heart problems, young Wardell. If they're both here, it's our pleasure to say to you youngsters, well done. Now, can you carry it between you? You wouldn't think when I started playing. The next one is what I call one of the chairman's prerogatives. A lot of work is done, as Peter Ward has often said, behind the scenes. You never see things being done, but they're done. You're here tonight because something was been done, and it's been done efficiently and well for the last 5, 6, 7 years. As mentioned earlier in dispatches written and verbal, if somebody who's doing dispatches written and verbal, taking photographs, going on YouTube, causing absolute chaos, and 10 years of writing. If he comes and accepts this trophy, he's accepting another 10 years of writing. So another special presentation tonight. Just recently found out this person's been living up here now for 25 years. It seems like she came up with the prehistoric dinosaurs. I nearly made a clanger on the radio the other day. I said, God bless, and I managed to say her bat instead of something else. What she has put into this league in those 25 years, while playing also for England and veterans, the teaching and the commencement of bringing youngsters into the league, which Phil and them have now brought on. She's the one who'll rob the last threepence out of your back pocket at an event like this, and then complain she hasn't got enough at the end of the evening. She'll sit at matches with her knitting needles clanging away, like they used to sit round the guillotine at the French Revolution. Enough to say, I'll knit one here and that's 4 points off you next. And if not, your neck goes. But for her 25 years, her service not only to this league, but to the Middlesex League before it, to England, and now she is honorary president of Norfolk Table Tennis Association. A big hand, please, for our dear gracious lady at the back, lovely Auntie Mary. I'll stop you. being rude. Yeah, well done. It's the Sun Bank Trophy for most Man of the Match awards. This was a trophy originally donated by a dear old, or through a dear old player of the league. He went to work for a firm called Confederated Bank, which got taken over by Sun Bank, and he's the only bloke I've ever known of to return a shot from Haken Bennell in the most unusual way. Haken took a shot very hard, and it went straight in Neil Roberts' mouth. He returned it by blowing it back over the net. I think, as a certain umpire would say in this room, I think that was a fault. I allowed it. But Neil Roberts got us that many moons ago. And the most men of the matches this year, and I understand he's been up into hospital today and can't receive it, but if his dad has got the time to get changed and come over in his normal speed and efficiency, he should be here in the next month. John Hancock Sr. receiving it for John Hancock Jr. John won about 150 something matches undefeated, and the man who defeated him went on and up to this year got to the magical number of 214 games without losing a singles match anywhere. He then lost twice in 2 weeks. But again, I'm sorry to say he's not here, but again, if he can make it up here twice, I'll ask John Hancock Sr. to come and receive it on behalf of his. Do you get a trophy for coaching him? No, you've had that years ago. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's nice to see the Pope up here from Buckinghamshire tonight. The next one is for newcomer of the year. Again, another trophy which Neil Roberts helped to get when he worked for the Norwich and Peterborough Building Society. So it's a pity Neil isn't there. He done quite well for us. The winner of this year took it on his team as secretary and ran it, took it on him with enthusiasm, joined the committee, and has got numerous people playing, and they are, as said, moving to another venue this year for next season. Young Mr. John Hall has done very well to bring Aylsham back into the table tennis area again, so I can't see him at the moment. Where is he? I'm sorry to say you've got to walk forward, sir, as newcomer of the year, and I'm quite well done The rather special one is the Don Pritchard Memorial Trophy. Poor Don died whilst playing table tennis, a game he loved over at Tranch a number of years ago now. And his wife donated a trophy to go to the person who wins the most games in a season. And it's not the most as such. It's the most out of what he could play. So if a league has got 14, you can play 26 games. So we got on even divisions. It's very difficult to work out which one's done best. So what does one do for common sense? You award it twice. So this year, it's Hubert Chain from Gresham and John Hancock from the Outlaws who will share the trophy. Have we got anybody from here? I would suggest it's John Hancock. John Hancock and all the rest of you know who to start with. Peter, on the table then, is the other half of that trophy.
Right, okay.
I'd now like to introduce you to a young gentleman called Gary Bunting. Till I say Alan Bunting Award. It's been a privilege, and with the help of dear Frida over there, Super Sleuth, who knew where he was, it's been a privilege to get him here to present the trophy in memory of his father, who I had the privilege of playing against at Corpus Dee in the year 1 when dinosaurs were still about. And he worked with Terry Copland in, where was it made? In Norfolk House, making, can I say, artificial limbs, is it, basically? And they worked together for a period of time and were friends. The remarkable thing about him was that he moved with exceedingly great speed, and excuse me for saying with, I call it still a wooden leg, but he isn't, you know what I mean. He moved brilliantly, he was a true sportsman, and it was a privilege to see him play and the enthusiasm he put into the game whilst he was playing. Playing at Corpus Dee for a number of years, till I'm sorry to say his early death. Since then, the trophy was donated to the league for the Sporting Personality of the Year. Somebody who does and has done a lot, has put a lot into the sport over the period, and somebody who fully deserves it. Tonight, I've just been handed in reverse order a piece of paper with the winner on. What can I say about this little man? Comedian. Came up from the far side of the county. I think he had a passport to come up from the Dis area. And I've been speaking to representatives from the Dis Table Tennis League tonight, asking if they wanted him back, and they said, no way, we're glad to get rid of him. But he has been putting in a lot of work also with the juniors, done his qualifications, etc., and has been, to me, a good vice chair. I would like, in our 50th anniversary, to say, Eric Dolden, this is your trophy.
Before we finish the presentations, I have been asked by the committee just to pay a tribute to someone who, in Chris's words, has been about for donkey's years. He actually started playing table tennis at Elsham in the second season and moving on to Cromer and Norfolk, I believe. After that, he then founded a club at Bacton, which he then took to Side Strand, to South Reps, to Gimmingham, organising it and playing. And as a player, he became known for his exuberant smashing and his demolishing of various structures around the county. He also, during this time and afterwards, have served, I think, every position on the committee apart from treasurer, because no one would let him anywhere near money being an accountant. And I believe he's been chairman since mid-90s. Chris? Yeah, something like that. He has put in hours and hours and hours for this league. He has become a foundation stone. And
I know I'm bloody big, but needn't say that. Rock of Ages will be next.
He says, you know, this league depends on people who sit behind the scenes and keep things going, and he has been an absolute stalwart. And just to say thank you for his outstanding service, can I ask, please, Mary, as the President of Norfolk County, just to present him with a small token of our esteem, if I can get it out. No. He can unwrap it himself. Oh, all right.
This definitely isn't me. I was only 14 stone weakling then. Fantastic. There's a picture with the new bat, the pear-shaped bat, which was invented by a man from Dis, and that's the time I had one large ball and one small ball, and I ain't saying any more. Other than, pardon?
And a new rubber band.
And a new rubber band. Well, yeah. Peter, thank you. Thank you all. It's been a privilege. I don't mind doing it for another couple of years, most probably, if I'm elected again as chair. But in seriousness, we do need you youngsters. And I mean youngsters. If you're 45, you're a youngster. If you're 50, you're still a youngster. Because if you're 45 and 50, you can do it for 20 years and you'll still only be 65. And I'm gone past that now. So we do need you to do it. It's been a privilege to do all this work for the league. It gives me a great pleasure in seeing a lot of happy people at table tennis. I love me umpiring still, even if Mr. Batchford says I get it wrong at times. But it's been great. Please, keep mixing together, keep in touch with each other. Hope you've all filled in with, your hair tonight, and it's been a privilege. David, you want to say the last word?
Good night from him.
It's a good night from him. Good night.